Hey guys, wanted to bring you another YouTube video on about Drew Brees, and is it going to be time for him to hang it up after yesterday's performance against the Buccaneers? So he had one of his worst performances, three interceptions in a playoffs game, and so I don't know. I guess it depends. It's one of those situations. Do you see the glass half full or half empty? And so here's the two scenarios. Do you blame everything on Drew Brees on how he performed? And does he want to leave on that type of low note? Or does he want to leave either way because he has that NBC uh, television announcement job waiting for him and be okay with the performance he has? And is it one of those situations where his performance kind of shows that maybe it is time for him to hang up because he could not throw it really deep down the field? I know Tom Brady this year kind of struggled at some points too. They had an interesting stat. I think at one point he was anything past 20 yards was like 0 for I think 30 or something. It was a crazy number. He did not complete past 20 yards. So until after the break, I believe. So it does come of age. I mean, then that kind of makes the defense be able to scheme on defense on what to do against a quarterback like that. Because if they can't throw that deep, I mean, you could stack the box. You know they're going to try run. They're going to try dink and dunk, or the median passes. So if I was Drew Brees, I would probably not be okay with the performance, but have to be honest with yourself. Can you still perform at a high level? Because were those three interceptions all on you? I don't think all of them were on him. Um, I mean, but he doesn't have the arm strength to push it down the field. It is predictable. The Buccaneers defense took advantage of it this time around, and I think that's also the other thing. It's really hard to beat a team three times in one season. I even during our fantasy football season, I won't beat this one team two times, but then I lost in the playoffs. So it's the same scenario. You think you have a chance to win, or the other team probably thought, hey, we beat them twice, we got this. Pretty confident in everything, but then as the game goes on, they realize it's going to be a dogfight, and so that's what probably happened with the Saints. And so the Buccaneers, again, not taking anything away from them, they did their job. I had the Buccaneers winning this game, um, so I just think it's just a little bit of Tom Brady taking care of the ball. He's been hasn't been turning over the ball. Very careful. Definitely after that break, definitely helped. Whatever Bruce Adrians and Tom Brady did, it's definitely working right now. They're clicking on all cylinders, and so will be very interesting for the offseason of Drew Brees. He earned the right to take his time, but not as long as I say Brett Favre, because I would say you definitely want to give it a couple months ahead of time before the draft. So that way the team could decide if they have to eventually sign or draft a new quarterback. But again, because I'm a competitor too, or as competitive, and I've heard Drew Brees is pretty competitive, doesn't like losing, and very competitive in everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to come back. But I could see him being honest to himself. Can I do this for another year? Can I play at a high level? I mean, there's Michael Thomas did not even get a single catch. So, and then like the Saints have a good defense. You have the formula. You have a great running game. So, um, yeah, I mean, I would be like Drew Brees, probably thinking of trying to come back if you could, because I feel like that TV gig for NBC is going to be there waiting for him. So, but as long as you're comfortable with um, like leaving it in that situation where, hey, the last game anyone's going to remember is that you threw 3 interceptions. Um, and I think again last year was the same situation for Tom Brady. Most people remember him throwing that interception to the Titans. So that was like the lasting image, losing the game and then having that pick six. So right now, it's looking good for Tom Brady. How it rewrote. It looks like Tom Brady and Drew Brees have some type of relationship. So maybe Drew Brees might ask for his advice. They're both very competitive. Again, um, it could go either way. But I would say if I was him, I would go ahead and give it one more shot or one more crack because obviously Tom Brady is 1 year older than you and you're still seeing him playing at a very high level. It might be some small tweaks here and there that might make you being very competitive again. But again, it comes down to Drew Brees and the family on what they want to be able to do. But at least he has something backed up, just like Tony Romo, where you have that television gig ready for you. So let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and comment below. Do you think Tom or Drew Brees is going to be retiring after this season, or is he going to come back for one more season and give it a shot for some unfinished business, so that way he doesn't have that nasty taste of 3 interceptions in the playoffs? So go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that either. And definitely appreciate you watching through the whole video. And together we could build better tomorrow too.